Hello, my name is Tasha Shu, and I'm excited to share with you about the power of PATH curriculum. As you can see, I'm in a wheelchair, and I have been a quadriplegic since I was 16 years old after a tragic theater accident. However, over the years, I have learned how to be resilient, and I'm very passionate about helping youth learn the skills of resilience to improve their mental and emotional health. And I do this in two ways. First, as an inspirational speaker, I would love to come and speak at your school. My journey of being a quadriplegic has taught me many things, and I love to share my message titled The Power of PATH with your students. We have seen thousands of lives impacted by my message, and it is so rewarding as we love to help make a difference in this world. Secondly, we have created a program that really keeps the momentum going after students hear my message and really takes my message to a whole nother level to give them really skills and tools that they need to be resilient, that they need to be empathetic, and also the importance of the power of connection. Our curriculum is titled The Power of PATH, Building Resilience for Mental Health and Suicide Awareness Curriculum. And it was created because principals were constantly asking for more resources after we spoke. They loved my message. They saw what a difference it made, and they wanted my message to continue. And so we spent 2 years creating this curriculum, and we are so excited that you are watching this video to learn more about it. So first, I just want to share that our curriculum is 6 lessons, and it covers PATH. The first lesson is an introduction. The last lesson is a summary or a review. And then the 4 lessons in between are the acronym PATH, which stands for Purpose, Attitude, Team, and Hope. And those really are the 4 things that helped me, after my accident, learn how to be resilient, how to move on in life, how to get through difficulties. And I've had many difficulties, not just my accident, but many other things of hospitalizations and relationship failures and all things that I used those 4 letters, that acronym, to help me overcome and to help me come out on the other side, where today I can say that I absolutely love my life. And I'm passionate about sharing that with our youth in this nation and in this world. So I want to show you a little bit of our curriculum. And to do that, I'm going to do a screen share here. And I'm going to start with the homepage of my website, because I think that's the easiest way to get to the program, get to the PATH program. So here's my speaking website, have my demo video, many testimonials, lots of other information if you're interested in bringing me to your school. And then when you click on the PATH program, that will bring you right to the homepage of our curriculum. And here on the homepage, we have many different things. We have frequently asked questions, we have testimonials. Here under the More tab, we have our contributors list, which I've had an extensive team help me in creating this. I believe that I'm a resilience expert, but I am not a mental health or an education expert. And so I surrounded myself with amazing people to create this curriculum that really makes this program unlike any other out there. So our contributors page shows all that have contributed, the lesson outline. If you want to learn what your students are going to learn in this curriculum, what we're going to cover, and really how maybe you're using a different mental health curriculum, you can see how this will complement what you're including. Otherwise, this can also be done as a standalone, where if you're a small school or you're a school that doesn't have a mental health program, this program is amazing, and I will show you why as we go along here. But I did also want to say that if, I can only speak at so many schools all on its own, you can. We also created this as a standalone. because I just believe that every school needs mental health education, and it is so important. And so I now am going to show you what this looks like from the inside. So once the curriculum is purchased, then it will bring you to the curriculum, which I'll start here, the introduction to the Power of Path curriculum. And this really shows everything that's included in the curriculum, everything that because a lot of people say, what do we get? What does this include? This includes 6 lessons, what your schedule is. We have created this curriculum for you because it is. We know that every school has so many different schedules, different times where they can use this. So we created this with all of this in mind. So I want to show you a few things in this curriculum that can help see if this is a good fit for your school. Of course, we believe that it is, but we also know that you want to know what's in here. And so we have worked very, very hard with an amazing team to create a curriculum that is easy, is powerful, and is effective. And so we're going to start here first with the course calendars. My lead curriculum writer, Jan Pavlovsky, is a veteran teacher of over 35 years. And many times during her career, she experienced a curriculum being laid on her desk saying, you will be teaching this, even though she was an English teacher, and it was sometimes finance, sometimes Spanish. And she just saw that some curriculums were not easy and took a lot of time and preparation. And so when we started putting this together, the first thing she said was, Tasha, this has to be easy. And so that is what we have set this up to be. So we have these course calendars. We have 3 different calendars right now. We're working on other calendars that I'll tell you about in a little bit. But first we have this course calendar for 6 days. So you can do the PATH curriculum in 6 days. You can do the PATH curriculum in 6 weeks. And we also have a virtual calendar, especially with everything that happened last year with COVID. We created this calendar so that the curriculum still could be used when students were at home. But we now also have some virtual schools that are using this. So this calendar is, and I should zoom in here a little bit just so you get a little bit of an idea, really lays it out exactly how things will work. You can just print out this calendar and makes it super, super easy for the teacher to know exactly where to go and what to do with each one of what your school situation is. Secondly, the other part that makes our curriculum super easy, we say that if you can do paint by number, you can do our curriculum. That's how easy it is. We really created this so that a teacher can open our curriculum and be teaching in less than 15 minutes. And we did this through quick start lesson plans. So every lesson, as you see on the left, every lesson has the same template on the left-hand side. Introduction, quick start lesson plan, videos, handouts, slides, exit survey, bonus material, and then an optional download if you want to print out the curriculum lessons. But within this, each lesson has a quick start lesson plan. And this is just a traditional lesson plan that has things like learning targets, objectives, materials needed. But if you notice, once we get down to the second page in the instructional strategy, you'll see these green links. And these green links are the actual part of the lesson. So here, if you click this, every lesson starts with an impact video. Click this, it will bring you right to the video, opening in a new tab. So you can come back to this easily. Then we have the handouts, we have activities, we have the journal templates, and makes it so easy for you to look and see what students will be learning. But then when you get into the classroom, you don't necessarily bring up the lesson plan again. So over here on the left-hand side are all of those materials. So that impact video is right here. This handout, these handouts are all in the handouts tab, and so on. So it's really, really easy for you to be able to implement this in your school. Next, I want to talk about well, I can talk about the videos. We'll go to lesson 3. So every lesson, I created an impact video, except for lesson 3. We decided with lesson 3, it's the power of attitude. And with that, I do not think that there is a better video out there that explains the 5 basic emotions than this movie trailer from the movie Inside Out. And so we decided to use this movie trailer. We have many other videos on the website, which I'll explain here in a little bit. But with this video, it really hooks the students. It gets them engaged, gets them interested in what they're going to be learning, and really helps set the stage for an impactful lesson. And next we have handouts, which I can just go to lesson 3 again. So all of the handouts that you find in the Quick Start lesson plan are here listed in handouts, and they're all linked. So you just click here, and it will bring you right to the lesson. I'll say, let's look at let's do the journal template for middle schoolers. And the cool thing is that we hired a wonderful graphic designer that designed these assignments. And so here we have our journal template. And for middle schoolers, and keep in mind, this is for grades 6 through 12. And we have many assignments separated between middle school and high school for maturity level. And the teacher can decide what they think would be best for their students. But with a middle school journal template, we have a spot to doodle, we have a spot to write. We also have a place where the students can start to really realize the importance of recognizing how they're feeling and why. And then also, I am grateful for, and filling that in, because we've had schools that we have piloted this program and said, can you help my students be more positive? And yes, that is embedded all the way through this curriculum. So important, especially with what we've been through and where our world is at right now. And so every journal template looks like this for middle schoolers, and it's super easy. You can also download this to be printed, or you can download it and send it to their devices. You can send it to the entire curriculum is set up for any platform, whether that be Schoology, Google Classroom, Canvas, whatever it is. You can download these. These are all fillable PDFs. So the students can either write on them or they can type in their answers. And I forgot to say too, in the beginning with the Quick Start lesson plan, we have a lot of schools that are using this in their advisory time. And so their science teachers and English teachers and math teachers using this curriculum. And with that, a lot of teachers do not feel comfortable talking about mental health. It makes them nervous. They're afraid that they might say the wrong thing, or they've not had training in mental health. And so I just want to point out that in the Quick Start lesson plans, in every lesson, that there is a script. There's a script for teachers to follow so that they can, and here is this lesson plan with script for lesson. And so as this comes up, you'll see that it's word for word, and the teachers can follow that if they want. They don't have to. Some curriculums are very strict on, the fidelity, and they want you to use the curriculum exactly how it's laid out. But we all believe in the importance of sharing your personal story. And so if you feel comfortable not using the script, you do not have to use it. So I just wanted to mention that, because we do think that it's really important for schools to know, when we're talking about the easiness of our curriculum, that these scripts make this curriculum also so easy to implement. So back to handouts. Well, that was in lesson 3. So we have many different handouts. I also wanted to point out the fact that we had a lot of schools asking if we had assignments for those who are struggling with depression and anxiety. And so we actually have a key now, we just added that this past summer, for depression-related assignments and anxiety-related assignments, and have a little symbol here to designate that, so that if you have students that are really struggling with those two different things, that you can use those assignments and know that they're going to make an impact and help with those concerns. So we also have slides in every lesson. We have a PowerPoint or Google Slides that you can use that also follow the lesson plan. And so if you have no prep time, you can actually pull up the slides and just follow the script all the way through. And it allows you to have a great visuals for your students and to follow along that way also. Another thing that we're really proud of with our curriculum is our exit survey. Now, our curriculum is a mental health, suicide awareness, and social emotional learning program. All three of those are included in our program, and really the first 4 lessons are all about social emotional learning, self-advocacy, self-awareness, communication skills, relationship building, all of those areas that are so crucial for every single student in your school to learn. But then lesson 5, it really all builds up to lesson 5 being our suicide awareness lesson. And with this, we're very passionate. I lost a dear friend. My best friend from high school lost her son to suicide in 2014. And that's our whole reasoning behind everything that we do, because it was just heartbreaking watching Logan lose his life and what his family went through afterwards. And so we just want people to know that it's okay to ask for help. We want people to know that there are resources available. So in every lesson, building up to lesson 5 and including lesson 5, we have what's called an exit survey. And we are very excited about this and very proud of this, because in doing the research to create our curriculum, we realized that most schools are only surveying their students once a year, and that's in the CDC Youth and Risk Behavior Survey. And the hard part is that students do not walk around with a sign on their forehead that says, "I'm struggling." And it's hard to know who is hurting. It's hard to know who to reach out to and to know who is going through a challenging time. So we created these exit surveys because research shows that if a student who is suicidal or struggling with depression is asked, that they will answer accordingly. And this is a great way to see how your students are doing and to see what they're actually learning in the curriculum also. So I'm going to go to lesson 4, which is our lesson on team, the T in path. And here we have sharing instructions if you're not familiar with sharing. And then at the bottom is the exit survey itself. And if you notice, when I click on this, it forces me to make a copy. So now when I make a copy of this, this is now your school's property. We have no access to these surveys. And this way you can measure what your students are learning and what your students are absorbing and how your students are doing. And we think this is just a crucial part of our curriculum that makes us unique and makes us different, because we truly believe in, and you can use these surveys as quizzes or tests if need be. But our lead curriculum writer really was passionate about really just getting feedback from students, not in a pressured way, but in a way to know what needs to be covered more, what needs to be talked about more, what's being absorbed and what's not being absorbed, so that we can really make sure that these students are learning these skills and can apply them to their everyday life. So here's the survey as I scroll through. All questions about team, all questions about the importance of asking for help. But every survey ends with, do you need to talk to a counselor? And this allows students to say, yes, I'm struggling. I need to talk to someone. And so this is a great way to measure how your students are doing and who needs the extra help and who needs the extra resources from your school counselors and teachers. So back to the curriculum, Lastly, I just want to cover bonus material. Bonus material is something that we created because as we were working through the curriculum, we just began finding so many things that we wanted to include, and it got to be a little overwhelming in teachers knowing what to use and what to have in their, what should be the core of the lessons versus the extras. And so we created this bonus material for each lesson if you have more time, if you want to go more in depth. And we also have a few other things. With every lesson comes posters. So every lesson, we want this curriculum, we want students to know that you are all in with this curriculum and that you believe in this message and you believe in the power of path. And so every lesson comes with posters in 3 different sizes so that you can put these in the classrooms, in the hallways, above the water fountains to really keep the, to really build that message and to really let students continue to see that message throughout their school day. So we also have in bonus material social media graphics and prompts. We want the community to know that this curriculum is being taught, that their youth are learning the importance of mental and emotional health, that they're learning the social emotional learning skills needed to be successful in this world. And so we've created social media graphics and prompts. And we have a graphic here that you can put into Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And then we provide the prompts. And you, of course, can change these things up. You can add in your own wording, but we just wanted to give a prompt in case you didn't know what to post. So it gives ideas on how to do that in each and every lesson. And then we also, this last summer, called parent letters. They're up here at the top because we didn't want them to get lost. But these parent letters, there's a letter for every lesson to go home to parents, to let parents know what their student is learning, and also questions that they can ask their child to really learn how to foster and build a healthy communication about mental and emotional health at home. Because we believe that this needs to happen everywhere, but a lot of parents don't know what to say. A lot of parents don't know what to do. And so these letters will help create that healthy environment. And so we're super excited about that, as we didn't include it in the bonus materials because we were afraid it would get lost in there. But these bonus materials, there's many other things that are included. And so just a great way to continue the message and spread the message out if you want to do that within your classrooms. And so just trying to think if there's anything else. I could talk about this all day long. Super passionate about this. And then with lesson 6, like I said, it's a summary, a review of what the students have learned. And so there's so much in here. Like I said, I could talk about this all day long. And plus, we are always adding, we're always improving. We're listening to what schools want. We're listening to what schools are giving us for feedback. We're constantly improving this. And so you'll never have an outdated version of this curriculum. You will never have an old version. You're always going to have the newest version of this curriculum. So, and it's always improving. So we really feel that this is a great option for your school. If you have any other questions, please let me know. On the bottom of your home screen of the curriculum, I'm going to stop the share. At the bottom of your home screen of the homepage of the curriculum, you will see that there is a green box. If you have any questions, please send us that question. That question goes to me, my lead curriculum writer, and our web developer. And so we have great customer service to help you as you implement this. Or maybe today you're watching this and you have a question that I didn't cover. Please send me a message. I would love to answer your questions. So thank you so much for joining us today. And we really hope that this is a program that you will purchase and implement at your school. Thank you.